Hello, leaders of Columbus news media outlets. For months we have tried to talk to you. Where have you been? We have sent you information on local and national legal and human rights violations committed by Scientology, everywhere from California to Florida, even right here in Columbus. Where have you been? We have successfully helped identify the Scientologist attacker of a woman who left their organization. Where have you been? We have been in front of the downtown Scientology org every month for a year and a half. Where have you been? We were barely mentioned over a year ago when we first spoke out. The reporter more interested in chatting on her cell phone about dinner plans for that night than investigating the whys and wherefores. Because of her inattention and haste, we were misrepresented in print, and subsequently ignored. Why is this? You are responsible for providing the public with accurate, reliable, and well-documented information. Thus far you have neglected this responsibility. We ask you to really look at this issue. We want you to hear us in our own voices. We want you to hear from the Scientologists in their own voices. We want you to get both sides and to investigate the claims. Check the information provided. Contact the leaders of the Columbus Scientology org, read their information. Get an interview if you can. We are not the only side in this debate, and invite you to critically analyze the information from both sides and not swallow what either side says, as the Columbus media has in the past with the Corporation of Scientology, acting as if it were just a church and nothing more. We want you to investigate the newsworthy stories we have brought to your attention and share what you find with the public. If you need information, we will do our best to help you discover what you need. There are scholars among us, and we can put you in touch with experts in academia, as well as former members and others who have been victimized by Scientology. There is a large company right here in town, owned and run by Scientologists, that treats its non-Scientologist employees in a shabby manner, even as it funnels money to the local Scientology franchise. Were you even aware of that? Nationally, Marty Rathbun, Mike Rinder, and other former high-ranking executives of the Corporation of Scientology are now speaking out. They are talking about the death of Lisa McPherson and the destruction of evidence of Scientology wrongdoing in her death. They are talking about forced labor and beatings. They are talking about a multi-billion-dollar organization which has systematically defrauded its customers for years, facilitated by the crimes of its executives and devoted followers. Your peers are paying attention as this story and the most recent revelations of mental and emotional as well as physical abuse by David Miscavige of those under him. Revelations spreading across the globe. But where are you? The Corporation of Scientology is threatening to reveal details from the confidential confessional files of any Scientologist who speaks out. This is a massive betrayal of the members' trust, and of the supposed ethics of Scientology itself. Help the public to decide for themselves what to believe by giving them the facts. Is that not your role in a free society? Or is all just local sports and chit-chat at the news desk? Columbus has its own viper, close at its breast, with the local Scientology franchise not a half block north of the State House. By shining light on the situation, you may give current and former victims of the Church of Scientology courage to come forward, to speak out to the press and police and the courts. You will be doing what you are supposed to do, to investigate, to analyze and report for the public good. Is the best interest of Central Ohio served by the presence of an organization that impoverishes its members, and threatens those who dare point out its flaws and possible crimes? An organization that has a policy once called fair game, but still in force, under which targets may be deprived of reputation, property, liberty, and even be destroyed with no consequences from the Scientology management. Is that what Columbus, what Ohio deserves? We ask that you continue the American tradition of a free press, by no longer ignoring stories that affect us, our loved ones, neighbors and co-workers. Knowledge and people are, and ought to be, free. We are anonymous. We are everywhere. We are everyone. Expect us.